Hi, Marilyn Settle here. I want to thank you for being a subscriber to my newsletter. And so today I'm going to do a tutorial, 3 things to do to wrap up last year that may be unfinished, and 3 things to do this year to get from where you are to where you want to be. Let's start. And what does this sound like? It sounds like goal setting. And you might think, I know goal setting. I don't need this. You know what? We all know goal setting. And just like we all know how to get fit, it doesn't mean we have the knowledge. It doesn't mean we do what we need to do. So I find it helpful to hear a little tutorial on those things that can make a difference. That's what I'm going to give you today. So the 3 things to do to complete last year, you may have already done them, maybe not, but this is powerful. I do it every single year. Open a file on your computer, label it 2021, and write down all your wins. Your business wins, your team's wins, your personal wins. What went well this year? Big, small, doesn't matter. What made you feel good? What were the accomplishments? And one thing I always do is go through my calendar. After I do my initial list, I'll go through my calendar month by month and see if there were any that I missed. Because what often happens is we hold on to what didn't go well and we dismiss the positives. And I find a few positives in there that's like, whoa, I forgot that. That was great. And I'll put it on the list. So that's step 1. Step 2 is to look through that list, acknowledge your wins, and ask yourself, what did I learn this year? What did I overcome this year? And what will I do differently next year? Those 3 questions are the next part 2, because those questions help you complete the year. Take out the learning from the previous year so that we go unconscious because we're so busy. But to take that moment can really give you nuggets of gold that can help you fuel the next year. And then the last thing I do is I say, okay, what's incomplete from 2021 that needs to be part of the next year? And I take those things, put them as part of my goal list, my action plan for the next year. So those are the 3 steps for completing the year before. Now we're into 2022. What are 3 things you can do to get from where you are to where you want to go with your goals? Whether your goals are personal or as a leader with your team, or you're a business owner, you want to make your business really grow in these uncertain times. 3 things to do. Number 1, write down your big goals, your goals. What do you want to accomplish this year? What are the goals? Be real specific with them. And I know you know this because we all learn about goals, but do it, write those goals down. And step 2, write down why. Why do you want each of those goals? Because if you don't know the why, the goals kind of end up being a list of I shoulds. They don't really matter if they really happen or not. Make them concrete, because as you go through the why, you may say, oh, that's really not that's a frivolous goal, or that goal really is going to take me off target to what I really need to do and I really don't care about it, or this was a should but not really a need. Let's pull that one off. So putting the why helps you really get in touch with, oh, this is why this is important. This is where the things that really matter, that would get us the biggest forward momentum, sometimes get lost with all the little piddly goals that we create, and the big ones just get. So when you go to the why, ooh, that's powerful. And then when you have the why, what you could do with this is share this with the people around you, the why. Like if you have a team and you want your team to be on target with these goals, share the why. What would it look like if this was accomplished? How would it feel? What this basically does is you're wrapping up the why into a vision of what it would look like if we had the success. And that is inspiring. We often hear the word inspired leader. Well, you become the inspired leader when you can paint a picture that gets people to feel like this matters. There's meaning in the work I'm doing. This goal has a purpose that I can get behind. So take those, and we all know, I mean, I don't have to tell you, you take big goals and break them up into little goals and sprinkle them into your calendar. You know that. But this piece where you're getting to the why of each goal and what that looks like, How you know you got there? We will know that we've reached this goal when this is what it would look like. This is what it would feel like. This is what we'd be doing. That paints a picture that inspires ourselves and the people we work with. So that's the second tip for this coming year on getting from where you are to where you want to go. And the third one is a theme word. Now, I used to hear people say this, pick a theme word for the year. And I thought that was just silly. And I would pick a word and it would mean nothing, but the last couple of years, I've had a change of heart on this because I've used it differently. Let me give you an example. So for 2022, my word or theme for the year is communicate. That's what I want. I want to communicate expectations. I want to communicate by really listening. Communicate sounds like if you're doing the talking, and it's true. I want to say what needs to be said. I don't want to avoid conflict. I want to manage conflict, or I want to manage expectations by being really clear in my written and in my spoken word and in the way I interact with people. So communicate is my word. And one of the things that to really communicate is also to listen. So speaking and listening. So for me, I use it as a guidepost and a daily reminder. I have the word up and it's like, am I communicating? Am I living that word? Am I bringing that word into who I am being each day? And that communicate word is helping me write thank you notes and sending them off. It's helping me not to procrastinate, but to get in there and get this communication clear. All those things. It's a powerful word. So what's your word or your theme for the year that you could use as a guidepost? And whatever it is, make sure to practice. I guess here's a bonus skill for the year ahead is whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever your expectations are for your team, if you want them to be successful, and you want yourself to be successful, you need to practice the interpersonal skills associated with it. Because unlike a lot of things, like you ride a bike, you know how to ride a bike forever. If you want to be able to manage high emotions, if you want to manage expectations, you need to practice those skills because those skills they flounder if you don't use them. So whether you use someone like me to come in and work with the team on what to say, what not to say, how to manage your own internal stuff while you're dealing with stressful situations, how to create more well-being, the practice is what makes it stay strong. So put practice in, whether it's internally, whether you do it personally, whether you make it just a part of your every meeting, having that practice is what keeps things strong. And so thank you again for being a member of my newsletter subscribers. I look forward to supporting you in any way I can this year. Always feel free to reach out, and I will see you next time.